Hello everybody, welcome back to From Rhythm to Algorithm. We continue on our derivation looking for what is sensorality, trying to show you this completeness by the direct iteration of letters. So I thought today good day to start with a couple quick stories. Obviously one in relation to the property that has been damaged. Again, the manuscript, the handwritten manuscript for all of this derivation, all of this lectures, it has a big gash in it. It has 100% been damaged. And so I'm still reeling over here because I don't know how to maintain mathematical history because I live in the most illiterate society that has ever existed under the jurisdiction of Michael DeWine and under the jurisdiction of Donald Trump. In addition, the greater academic and law enforcement community internationally is completely aware of this. They've told that to my face. They track everything I do. That does not mean saying that. That does not mean being paranoid. If anything, I just don't give a shit. But it's all illegal and nobody cares. And I live in an environment where people don't really get what I've done as a real scientific proof, even though I've taken the effort to put out an entire lecture series documenting the derivation as it happens in real time. But does anybody have the attention span to look at anything? No, right? There's the phrase, you can take a camel to water, but you can't force it to drink. You can literally spell out a mathematical proof syllable by syllable, to a level of completeness and comprehensivity that has never been seen before, that you literally can't do anything but decide, say, no, and people still won't just shut the fuck up and go look at the actual proof. The step-by-step derivation of these identities, of these theorems, of these properties. And so as you can hear in the background, I still do not have a place to work. There's dogs barking, there's people cutting the grass. I would simply like to be able to work and then to be able to preserve that work. I sit on my stock terminal all day and I watch these companies build companies, they have property, they have intellectual property. That is what I am doing. That is what the United States Constitution is supposed to protect. Does it? Absolutely not. And so in that tone or in that framework, I got a comment on the destruction of property. This wonderful fellow comments something to the effect of, now I can't think because the stupid fucking lawn people are doing stuff. God, fuck! And so attempting to continue on where I left off, again, I don't have a place to work. It makes me very upset because, well, it's so hilarious how you can have your life snuffed out. Nobody cares about you in this world. No one loves you. No one supports the law. No one cares about anything. I would like to have a place to work, and I can't. And so I hate having to cut off my camera because it shows break in my derivation. And so, but there is no way to work, so you can enjoy the grass cutting in the background. If you can hear, if you can't hear, who really gives a single fuck? This world is disgusting. And so I get a comment on my YouTube channel, something to the effect of some guy, again, there's nothing else I can possibly fucking do. People have no attention span, people have no values, people have no morals, people care about nothing. And so this guy comments something to the effect of, do you know, like, what evidence do you have that this has historical relevance past, except for the fact that it happened in the past? I don't even know what the fuck this guy is talking about. Because I'm talking about my entire life's research in the handwritten manuscripts of the most important mathematical derivation ever. Nobody has derived the spelling of mathematics. It's thematics. It's never going to change, and I would like that research to be preserved. But that was what I was alluding to with you can walk a camel to a lake, you can't force it to drink. People do not have the attention spans to do anything besides chase orgasms and compete over money. And I don't even care what the rules are. What everybody else is doing, I just want to be allowed to do as well. But obviously that doesn't fucking exist. And then I can't speak openly. I cannot speak openly about being tortured because if I do, I will be perceived as a threat, and I'm not. I'm just documenting historical crimes. So that was a wonderful, wonderful comment I got on my YouTube channel. So picking up with the derivation. Sensorality obsesses. Obsession is compulsion. Sensory is compulsory. Sensation is compulsory. Right? You don't choose to have sentience. Right? If someone punches you, you're not like, oh, I don't want to feel someone's fist hitting me. Right? Sensation is something you can't really turn off. You fall asleep and then you wake up because of a loud noise, you're still processing sensation. Sensorality or compulsion is involuntary. You go into the doctor's office, they have that little rubber mallet, they hit the front of your kneecap, and your leg swings forward. Sensorality with a C is involuntary. Sensorality with an S is voluntary. Sensorality is voluntarity. Sensing feels, feeling filters. Again, 99.999% repeating percent chance that filters are operative word for sensorality, because sensing is filtering, censorship is filtration. But again, we just have to show this direct iteration of the letters. Filter, falter. Wavering, falters. A fault is a crease. What is the difference between waving and saluting? We have all of these different hand gestures. If I wave to you, I'm saying hello, or I'm saying goodbye, or I'm just acknowledging you're there. If I salute you, if I say I salute you, you're showing honor, you're showing respect. Saluting respects, respect honors. Sensorality is honorality. Sensorality is ominous. Premonition is ominous. Right? I think something's going to happen because you have an educated guess. And for me personally, I have a very educated guess because I have an analytical model of physics in my head. It's not sitting here with theorems and words, it's intuitions, it's experiences. Because again, once you prove something, once you have this fundamental realization, there's nothing else to learn. What is foreshadowing? Right? What is a shadow? If I have an object and light hits it, I hate the L word, but you have some sort of radiation interacting with this object, and that radiation does not permeate through this thing. So you have the absence. You can see a shadow. Is that hollow? Are shadows hollow? Holes are hollow. Hollowing empties. Sensitivity is sensity. Sensities empties. Harrowing scares. Fear is scary. What is an emotion? Right? Happiness, sadness, complacency, excitement, desolation, anything you can name. Again, it's a feeling. An emotion is a feeling. What was your first emotion? Right? Our first word, which was a verb, was go. Get out of here. Away. No, not me. What was your first emotion? Was it fear? Well, I want to say, I'm sure you're processing emotions when you're a fetus, like when you're in gestation or being, you're not an independent sentient being yourself. So I'd probably say like hunger would be, I would assume. Again, there was clearly a chronology exists. Clearly you're going to have a first emotion. Which one is it? What feeling do you process as happy, sadness? I'm going to say the first thing you process is hunger. Is hunger an emotion? If I'm hungry, is that emotional? But again, so it just brings out the logic of what is an emotion. Ecstasy is ecstatic, right? Vibration is static, static doesn't move. Ecstatic is excited. Sensorality is ecstaticality. Ecstasy is ecstatic. So that is where I finish up with the derivation today. Again, I am under profound and extensive stress. It is torture. I'm like hesitant to use the correct verbiage to describe my life experience because of censorship. People would just say, why is he saying he's being tortured? That would never happen. Click, block, eliminate, whatever authority I can assert over him, ruin his whole life. And if I stop getting tortured right now, this minute today, I've already lost at least 40% of my life. And who knows? Maybe I go into the doctor and my blood work's shit and my liver's absolutely kicked for the rest of my life. Don't know. I can't tell you. And then I sit here and have boxes of my work, my life's fucking work, being thrown around and damaged completely and entirely. Again, that is due to the direct actions of Tatiana Toro out of the Simons Laufer Foundation in California, Berkeley. They destroyed my life's research. If you have any respect for mathematical history and any part of this world, you sue that school, you ostracize those people, you do not interact with them, you do not allow them to integrate into society, just as they have done to me. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.